So as I told you that the list view and grid view both are similar. Now we can change our existing list view item to a grid view. So I will write grid view here, and this grid view actually has one important property which is why it is different from the list view, that is called num columns, the number of columns you want to display, and you can provide an integer value here, and the number of columns that I want to display is 3. So now I will see 3 items in my design. So I have 3 columns and the rows can be infinite, right? So here again, instead of list view, I have to change it to grid view because that is our view, and it is showing me error that the list view cannot be cast into a grid view, so I have to cast it into a grid view properly, and that's it. That is all that you have to do to make your item, make your list view, and convert your list view into a grid view. Right, now let's run this application once again and let's see how our design works now. And this is a grid view now, so it is similar to the list view, and you can see now if I click on an item, the same thing is working fine. If I click on any item, you get the position of that item and the name of the item. So that was grid view. Now we have come so far, and now it is important to understand the project structure. So you have just started. Now it is important for you to understand that how different files and what are the different files we have in our project, right? Now, so in the beginning, in the start, we have this app folder, and inside that we have another folder called manifests, and the first file is called Android manifest.xml. Let me open it. So this manifest file contains different information about our application, and this is the first file which will be read by any device before executing any part of the code. Now this manifest file has different things like the package name. So remember the package name we put, we can change it here, and the application tag. So every application has one application tag in the manifest, and inside that you can create any number of activities. You don't know what is an activity right now, don't worry. So now an activity is a single screen in which you can display the items. This is our first activity, a simple activity, and it is named as main activity, as you can see, right? And there is one more thing here which is called Indent Filters. No need to worry about that if you don't understand what it is right now. The Indent filter tells you in this scenario that what will be the action of this activity and what is the category of this activity. So the action of this activity is the main. So this is the main activity. It's like the home page of your website. So this activity is the first page that will open, and the category is the launcher. That means it will show you the launcher option in your device. So does it? Let's see if it really shows the launcher option. So this is my device, and if I browse the applications here it is, my application, right? So you can see the launcher icon is here, and if I want to reopen my application, I can tap on it, and you can see that our application is open. So this was all about the manifest file. Now the second is the Java folder, and inside that you can create any number of packages, and inside that you will have the classes or the project Java code. So this is our main activity in which we were writing, right? Now the next thing is the resources. All the different resources like the layouts, the designs, the images, the sound files, or the string files, whatever files are there, these files are your resources, the resources of your application. So they go into this resource folder, and if I open this resource folder, the first thing that you are going to see is the drawable folder. This drawable folder actually contains the images. So if you want to show an image in your application, you can put this inside this drawable folder. The second is the layout folder. in which you can create your layouts. You can put your layouts, your screens. One of the example of our layout is activity main.xml file. And if I open this thing, you will see activity underscore main.xml file. So one of our design is already there in the layout section. The third thing is the menu. So we haven't seen any menu in here. We will see how this menu works. We will display this menu shortly. And the different other images, the launcher icons, can also be put into this map folder. And the last thing is the values itself. So like the dimensions, you can create values like dimensions, right? And this is the dimension for tablet. Example customization of dimensions ordinarily defined in resource value defined. Okay, so this file will execute for 7 to 10 inch devices. So let's say you want to display different things in different types of devices. So you can customize this thing using this dimensions folder. Then we have strings, in which you put all of your strings. So our application name is my application, which is fetched from here. The hello world is here, settings here. And the last thing is the style. What type of style is you are using for your application, and which is put in here. The last thing that Android Studio gives you is the Gradle Scripts. So this is important now. The Gradle Scripts provides you the different Gradle properties. Like, let me just open this. It is a build system. The Gradle is a build system in which it covers a lot of things. The automation tools are there, and it actually gives you a complete APK file. It builds that file for you, and you can do a little bit of automations, a little bit of you can write your own scripts, and you can run that code in this build. And what is important here is the build.gradle file, which contains a lot of information about our application. That's from the module app. There are two build Gradle files, one from the module app, and it contains compiled SDK version. So we are compiling against Android version 21, which is Lollipop. The build tools version, the tools which are installed on my system. The default configuration is application ID. The minimum SDK version we are supporting is 15. The target is 21. The version code is 1. The version name is 1. So this version code and version name will be used when you are deploying your application on Google Play. So let's say you want to update your application. The previous version of your application is already on Google Play. Now you want to update make some changes in your app, and again want to republish it. So you just update the version code here. You will make it 2, and then you will publish it. You can also show the version name, which will be displayed to the user. And these are build types, ProGuard files, which you will see later. There's one more thing which is called dependencies. So we have a dependency on this app compat library, and we will cover this part later also. The rest of the files are not very important for you right now. The ProGuard rules, the Gradle properties, settings, they are nothing for now. So this is the complete project structure in Android.